The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. He was looking for Daniels that time. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Check 99. Check 99.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking long for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Throwing on first down. Ingram. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barry. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
41 Mike. Go.
On 1st and 10, Ingram. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ingram. Incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Throwing again. Ingram. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ingram. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ingram. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for Daniels that time. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on second down. Ingram. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On first down, Ingram. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On first down, Nance. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Nance. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Ingram, and that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here.
I don't care about that.
This will be from 56 yards out.
You can be all the commission you want. You can get drugged.
A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. 25 yards that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown from 19 yards away as his guys continue to pour it on.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
That run dead, man. That run is dead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball.
I told you that run
keep
dead.
his confidence up because
you can count for that.
How many times have we seen games where it
that
comes down
run
to a
is
stretch,
dead.
and guess what? You need that guy to
play
make the
with
big
me.
kick for your team to move on or to win a game.
Throw it. That
Make sure you
pass is
keep him
dead,
happy.
too.
Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Give me that.
And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
Dislocated wrist.
Too good there. The contact brought the ball free, and it's 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Let's go, let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll keep it on the ground. Nance. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On 3rd down, Ingram. And he finds Daniels. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ingram. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Breida. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
A loss of 1 yard on the sack. It's third down. Third and 8.
The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
44, get.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on first down. Ingram got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Ingram. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, my God.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
On 1st and 10, Ingram eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Ingram, rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Ingram under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you...
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Check nickel.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run again with Breida. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
You ready?
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully